Dover Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Let's move up to that heavyweight scene, baby. You know what's going down in the next couple of weeks. Next week, actually, we're going to need to have something to happen real quick. There's a lot of stuff going on in the heavyweight division with our top heavyweights because main guy, Mr. Anthony Joshua, needs an opponent for April the 13th, right? We know the scenario. It's not going to be Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's not picking up the phone. I told you. Eddie Hearn said, man, he ain't picking up the phone, right? Because he's not. And I told you when he's going to pick up the phone. When somebody tell him Eddie Hearn finally talking about 50-50, then they'll start talking. Other than that, Deontay Wilder's out of the mix. Now, Tyson Fury seems to be a little interested. And who else we got? And you got Jarrell Miller is starting to be overtake Dillian Whyte as the front runner because Dillian Whyte is not happy with his offer that he got. Right? What did he call it about a week and a half ago? Utterly ridiculous. Right? And Tyson Fury got one. And his was derisory or derisory, depending on how you want to say it. I like derisory. Right? Which means it was miserable. Bad offers to both of the guys. The Dillian Whyte's utterly ridiculous offer, right, has been exposed. We know what it is now. It's a little bit. It's over £4 million, which means it's way over £5 million. $5 million. So it's way over $5 million. That's what it's up. So that's what Dillian Whyte don't want. That's utterly ridiculous for him to fight Anthony Joshua. Who knows who's going to be right about this? Let's just make sure we have everything in that's been going down in negotiation with Anthony Joshua. You put it all in a nutshell and figure out what you think. Some people going to feel like, well, Joshua lowballing them. Some people going to be like, Dillian Whyte, you need to take that fight. Because you think Dillian Whyte got about $1.5 million for fighting Joseph Parker. Right? For example, Joseph Parker is very formidable, was a former champion. That's one thing going on. Right? So what do you think? Is that much more? A mandatory challenger, right? A mandatory challenger gets 25%, unless they can some kind of way finagle their way up because of some type of other circumstances. But at the end of the day, a mandatory challenger gets 25%, right? That's what people wanted Deontay Wilder to take from Anthony Joshua. By the way, 25%. Now, that would be $5 million, about 25% of $20 million, if that's what the fight's going to gross. Who knows what that's going to be? But let's make this clear. Dillian Whyte is not the mandatory. And I'm pretty sure that's what they keep telling them. You could have fought Pulev, and you would have been the mandatory. But you didn't. You're not the mandatory. So who's going to know what you're supposed to take, right? Now, Dillian Whyte says he's a free agent, in the States, talking to people like Al Heyman, right? Even across the pond, Frank Warren maybe wants to talk to him as well. But are these guys going to be able to throw you more than $5 million for fighting somebody? In the States, you ain't going to get that kind of money fighting Dominic Brazil, right? And then you're not going to get Wilder right away because he's dealing with Fury. And then if you don't fight Brazil, then he's going to have to. So there's going to be some things going down. Dillian Whyte could have fought Ortiz. He would have been right in line for your boy Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder promised him that. If he would have fought Dominic Brazil, didn't want to at the time, he would have already been Deontay Wilder's mandatory. If he would have fought Kubrat Pulev, went to Bulgaria, he beat Pulev, he would be Joshua's mandatory. All those things you don't do, it comes back to bite you. Now you want to fight him, and $5 million is not enough, and you're not the mandatory challenger, which wouldn't have been much more than $5 million if you were. So, only thing Dillian Whyte can think here is maybe, the fact that there's not too many more options because Wilder and Fury might be out of it. Jarrell Miller, you got to leave that Wembley date. I don't know what he's looking for, but I would like to know the reactions of people thinking, what do they think about Dillian Whyte? Should he get way more than that, right? Should he get a flat fee? Should he get percentage? Where's everybody at on this one? Me, basically, it doesn't matter. I would have rather him fight way back. Y'all know why I'm still stuck. Anybody fight Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, all these discussions don't happen. That's where I'm stuck. So don't really ask me. You fight Louis Ortiz, all this is not happening. Because imagine this scenario, and then I can tell you. Imagine this scenario. Ortiz instead of Chisora, right? Dillian Whyte knocks Ortiz out in round 4. All of England is in an uproar. April 13th is booming. Period. That's what would have happened, right? Or any other person out there. Jarrell Miller wouldn't fight Thomas Adamek, all right, a Bogdan, right? He fights Luis Ortiz, takes him out emphatically. Then Madison Square Garden is pumping and people are waiting for Anthony Joshua to get over there. That's what happened. Luis Ortiz is actually the key to all of this, right? Because he's not. That's where all the finagling starts. That's how you do. That's what my opinion is. Beat Ortiz, and all of these discussions are not popping off. So since he's out of the picture, he's not even in Joshua's picture, right? Before Luis Ortiz signed to fight Christian Hammer, he didn't have to. He didn't have to do that, but he know Joshua didn't want to fight him, so he's done. I'm gonna fight somebody. I'm not waiting around because I know they're not gonna fight me, right? So Joshua's opponents are Wilder and Fury, which are tied up, Dillian Whyte or Jarrell Miller. So let's just stop calling Deontay Wilder and Fury. Shoot, Dillian Whyte and Jarrell Miller. That's who. Because we won't fight Ortiz. Let's be real. We could, even if Ortiz, he's signed to fight Christian Hammer. You think if Anthony Joshua give him a call, he's going to say, well, no, man, I'm fighting Christian Hammer? Do you really? Do you think that? Think about that. So at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte turned down over $5 million to fight Anthony Joshua. And keep this in mind, right? You wanted Deontay Wilder to sign for a flat fee and saying things like he's about to fight for the title. That's what Eddie Hearn is saying to Dillian Whyte. You are about to fight for the title. It doesn't come around that often. You're fighting on your home soil as well. You beat him, you're the man. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.